We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Kick is good. Makes the score Black Knights 7, Browns 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it. Across the 40-yard line.
For a Cleveland Browns. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down. Right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know what.
And the pressure gets to him again. Danielle Hunter, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Browns, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Less than a yard.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Dalvin Cook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Black Knights 28, Browns nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but now it'll be 3rd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. So
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Thornhill.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Gain of 7.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Yards on the play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Check.
They run. Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And a London 1st down.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's taken down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Josh Lambo.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try.
30-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through,
Makes the score.
and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
34-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Nick Chubb.
Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And at the 48-yard line.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way.
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Chubb. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Regular.
Slam. Hatchet.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Here we go again.
Mahomes going to throw it here. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Down, Black Knights.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Rabbit. 26 Mike.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Black Knights 38. Browns 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew,